What would you do if corporate asked your goals on your last day? I worked in sales during the Great Recession. Jobs were scarce, and employers often treated employees as replaceable. Our store was visited every 2 weeks by corporate officers. During these visits, they held meetings where they compared everyone's sales. If someone was behind, it was easy to see who might get fired next. The store itself was run by good managers who cared about their employees, but they were under constant pressure from corporate. We didn't earn commission unless we could justify our minimum wage paycheck. For example, if I sold a $700 product that paid $14 commission, I had to prove I earned that $14. If I couldn't, I would have to face a private meeting with corporate. This created a stressful and competitive environment. Salespeople sometimes argued over clients, and customers would walk out because of it. Every sale felt like a small battlefield. I was new at the time, which actually helped me. I didn't have any history or conflicts with coworkers, so I could approach clients without tension. I found a quiet area of the store, maintained the stock, and waited for clients to come to me. I focused on casual conversations, asking about their day and showing genuine interest in what they needed. I treated browsers and buyers the same way, because a browser today could be a buyer tomorrow. This approach worked, and my sales started increasing steadily. I also noticed the company required each employee to sell 2 service plans a week. Most salespeople waited until the end of a sale to mention these plans, but by then, clients were unlikely to agree. I tried a different approach. I introduced clients to our in-house repair person early, explaining that buying a product without a service plan wasn't a good idea. This worked extremely well. I started selling 15 to 20 plans a week. Of course, my coworkers noticed and became uneasy. They saw client after client leaving with service plans in my name. I understood why. It made the bi-weekly sales meetings more stressful for them. Even so, I tried to build goodwill. If a coworker had a tough week or was sick, I would help with their sales. I also ran coffee for the team, even though I didn't have much money. Over time, the tension in our department eased, and we began working together instead of competing against each other. The store manager noticed this and was pleased, and our sales numbers kept climbing. Then came January, the month of returns. Many clients returned items after Christmas, and these returns counted against our sales numbers. Corporate scolded us for not maintaining sales, and 2 employees were let go. They also said coffee breaks during shifts were unprofessional. The positive teamwork we had built was quickly undone, and coworkers returned to desperate sales tactics. By this time, I had already secured another job and asked to go full-time. I had my exit planned. I gave my 2 weeks notice, and during that time, handed over all my sales and client information to my coworkers. I wanted them to benefit, knowing they needed it more than I did. I left knowing I had done what I could to help them succeed. On my last day, a corporate officer approached me early. He wanted to discuss my goals. He pulled out my file and praised my performance. Service plan sales had increased tenfold since I started, and I was often among the top sellers in the store. He suggested ways I could sell even more and become the top performer in the region. Then he asked, "What are your goals?" I replied calmly, "My goal is to leave the company today." He was shocked. "You understand the job market is tough. If you leave now, all your hard work will be wasted. We could never give you a recommendation." I explained that I meant no harm and simply wanted to move on to a better opportunity. He escorted me toward the exit, demanding my badge. The store manager reminded him that I had already quit and clocked out. The officer was flustered, realizing there was nothing he could do. I walked out, leaving the job behind and feeling satisfied that I had achieved my goal. I didn't harm the company, they are still in business, but I left knowing I had done my best to help my team, maintained my integrity, and moved on to something better. The manager gave me strong recommendations, and I walked away proud. Sometimes the best goal is knowing what you want and acting on it. Helping others along the way doesn't just make life easier, it makes the journey meaningful. Even in a stressful, competitive environment, kindness, patience, and smart strategy can make a big difference.